Hey, thank you for watching my channel. I am Divine Maverick with the third message of three in the series about the storm that is coming. We started with a volcanic eruption where you were stepping into your power, feeling more bold and courageous than ever before because you were not going to take it anymore. Whatever it is, limiting you, whatever it is trying to block you. The second message continued with man in motion, no gender, but it helps to say man and masculine and feminine. So man. So don't get caught up on the gender and the labels and things. Just it's the energy, right? But the masculine energy it is external, it is outwardly outward. How about that? Now, man in motion. So the man in motion was making moves, making changes, standing up to the status quo, even making a lot of adjustments on their way to destiny, facing the volcano, being courageous, not being afraid. We talked about the bear that awakened and killed the 38 reindeer, and because it was time to rise and eat, it was time to come out of slumber, come out of uh, going along with things just because that's how they used to be. This man in motion, this part of you said, I want to break out of the norm. I'm not going to stay by your labels. I'm not going to be defined by by your definitions. I'm moving forward. And what are you moving to? You're moving towards love. You're moving towards emotional fulfillment. You're moving towards more stability in your finances, in your physical environment, in your mental, emotional environment. You're moving towards happiness. You're moving towards health. You're moving towards healing. You're moving towards feeling powerful, feeling assertive where you are. You're moving towards expansion. You're moving towards a greater influence. You're moving towards abundance and prosperity like you have dreamed of, but have never known in this life. But in this life is now Ruma. Now this life is about to become the dream. You are sailing away and you have gone out on a limb. Many of you have taken a risk. Many of you have gambled. Many of you are gambling right now because some of you are deciding not to pay something. You're deciding not to pay something. These are channel messages right now. I'll get to these two cards here, but I just got to get these out. But you're not going to pay something, and just it's almost like you're letting chips fall where they may. Some of you are making a bet. You're maybe sports betting or gambling or playing games. Keno is something I'm seeing. I'm seeing bingo as well. Bingos. Some of you have big, bright ideas that you're birthing and launching, but you're taking a risk. You're taking a risk on yourselves. You're taking a chance on love. You are following your heart. You are trusting your intuition. Some of you are experiencing your divine counterpart is now asking you about wise counsel or asking you for wise counsel, asking for and accepting your support. You know what I'm saying? And so you are finding that they are trusting their intuition. I was going to say inner knowing, but intuition in that they can ask you, they can trust you. It's like a new level. It's a very sweet, expansive place. It's so funny. I keep seeing an image of you standing on the precipice of the crown, the corona, Reta Mansa, the top of a mountain. And it's like the air is so crisp, the air is so clean. Cause see, Shana, you have a bird's eye Virgil. Hi, Virgil. Your last name could be White, but you have a bird's eye view of everything. And I am seeing snow-capped mountains, snow-capped mountains. Some of you like the taste of menthol. Somebody's using a netting pot, and as well as you like the taste of menthol, not menthol. Yes, menthol, meaning like a Halls, mentholyptus. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. Not well. If you are a smoker, there you go. But I'm saying I'm smelling like a Vicks vapor rub, something like that. I feel it on my chest. I feel it right under my nose. I feel it on the temples of my head. You know what I mean? Somebody's using Vicks vapor rub as like a homeopathic remedy or something like that. So anyway, along with the homeopathic remedy, but all of this because you're even healing yourself in different ways because you have taken a risk. Your divine masculine energy that is like sailing away. You're going out on a limb. You're doing things that you haven't done before, and a lot of you are taking uh, uh, financial risk, economic ventures. You're taking risk or making risks with economic ventures, whatever that means for you. But I do feel like the way you handle your money or get your money is changing. You're doing something that you've never done before. A lot of you are meeting new people and being introduced into new situations, into new circles, into new cycles, and it has to do with the increase of your wealth, the increase of your prosperity, the abundance. It's divine connections coming. Yeah, I heard it. Divine encounters. Yeah, I knew you knew that was coming. But anyway, yeah, there's divine encounters happening for you even now, especially as you've changed your way of doing things. Some of you, your name is about to change, and some of you have changed your name. Mashanda Basaya. Okay, some of you used to be called one thing, and now you're called another because you're out on a limb now. You're out on a limb. You've taken a risk. You're taking a chance on a name. You're literally rebranding, reinventing, resetting, restarting something. So you've gone out on a limb, and now you're like, okay, but it was tender was that kiss that held you captive in their sweet embrace. It was something in their kiss. It was something about the way they kissed you. It's something about the kiss of life. It's something about the way you celebrate and you kiss life now that is causing you to take this risk or make this change or go out on a limb. Okay. So you are sailing away from, some of you are going overseas. You're headed overseas to start a business. You're headed overseas to seal the deal. You're headed overseas to make a new life, start a new way, be in a new tribe. Okay. Some of you are coming back from overseas and starting from scratch from everything you've ever known. You're even learning a new language. You're even learning a new way of being. That's because you're out on a limb right now. Okay. You have this yin and yang lover. You have met someone, or you are doing something in your life creatively that suits you so well. That just it's just it's the yin to your yang. It is perfect. You would do it even if you were dog tired, or if you were as happy as a sprite or a fairy. You would do it either way. It's like you even though you're tired, you can still keep, you can always find that extra. It's that blue flame. It's that St. Elmo's fire. It's that when you're burning the midnight oil, you can always find that motivation to do this thing because it has you already here out on a limb. You're already following your passion. You're already following your heart. And so with this, Spirit wants you to know that you are so protected. You are so covered. You are so encouraged to do the ridiculous. And you are also encouraged that if you are afraid to do the ridiculous, it's okay. You should do the ridiculous. You know, the mother praise card is about your angels, your guides, your folk in the celestial realm, right? Is rooting for you. I'm seeing that little baby mean that. Yeah. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Somebody just saw, like, you literally saw the baby in a little black hockey jersey, this little blonde kid, and he's like, yeah. I love doing, every time I do that, that gives me such joy. But that's what I see many of your spirit guides doing, because you have gone out on the limb. You're sailing away from an old situation or an old way of being or an old brand or an old logo or an old dress or an older dress, old dress, the old way you dress, as well as an old place you used to live, but you're moving away from it and you're sailing. You are sailing because your life is but a dream, right? Life is but you're sailing away. That means there's no rocky road. There's no bumps in the road. There's no waves and crashing against your boat. You're just sailing away. They're showing me an image of a man with his feet crossed at the ankles and with some Ray-Bans on, some khaki shorts, a white shirt, a little button-up shirt's kind of open, arms behind his head, just letting the sun hit his face. You know, some of you all have dreams and visions of going to Greece, Mykonos, Mykonos, maybe a sink for somebody, or Miami, right? You have dreams of being in a tropical climate, or being somewhere where the sand is white and the water is blue and white, coral and blue, coral might be your name, but corals. Yeah, sailing away from all the quarrels. Many of you are leaving a situation that gave you a lot of angst and anguish, and you're going into much, much calmer waters with your yin and yang lover, realizing that what you want wants you, no matter whether you seem to be headed closer to your goal or further away. The book says It says you are making real spiritual progress, and what you want is the same thing that is wanting you, and that's what you're sailing away towards. What you are seeking is seeking you. It's only a matter of time before you get it. So it's saying the force of attraction is stronger than your conscious control, and there is no need to fight this inner genius. See, you're sailing away, going with the flow. You can learn to speak its language instead. In other words, you're going to stop resisting the connection. You're going to stop resisting your higher way of being. You're going to stop dimming your light. You're going to stop denying that love and that attraction you have for that other person, or even your desire to go to another job or live in another area. You know what I mean? You're going to resist the desire to the urge rather to quench the desire for you to move forward. Okay, that the thing that holds that much light for you, why would you fight it? Don't step away from what you really love to grab hold of a second prize. The book says, why not claim your first prize? Because it's there waiting for you. It's yours alone, beloved, and no one else can claim your own divine birthright for you. So be yielding and let your desire fill your body, heart, and your mind. And that is why you're out on the limb. Your desires are filling your heart, your body, and your mind. It's filling your heart, meaning it's propelling you to go in the direction of that thing. It's filling your mind, meaning your mind is filled with the opportunities and the ideas and the strategies in order for you to attain or apprehend that which has apprehended you, which is this undeniable passion and attraction you have toward to go towards a certain end. And also your spirit. Your spirit is rejoicing. Your angels and your guides are rejoicing. Your spirit is strong because I just saw that little baby again, you guys. Yay! I think, oh my gosh. But anyway, but your spirit is, I just heard something. I bet that boy's like 21 years old now. I'm just kidding. I don't know how the person is who did that meme. But anyway, but it's like your spirit is like cheering you on, and it's so freaking sexy. This is a very sexy energy. This is a very powerful energy, but at the same time, it's a very easy, like Sunday morning energy, because it's so focused. That's what I'm feeling. So we're going to pull a few cards, just a few cards, as I close this third message of 3 with the sailing away. Like you face the monster. The bear is awake, doing things that the bear has never done before. The bear wants to do what the bull is doing. Don't tell me that I can't do this just because this is how it's always been. You're breaking stat. You're a systems buster is who you are. You're a systems buster. You breaking on through to the other side. What's the situation? Boom! That's divine masculine energy. That is our power. That's our main male. All right. You decided I'm going to look out for number 1, because what's higher than number 1? Because you've realized through self-care and self-love and healing of your sexuality and your sensuality and your body image, you've realized that when you love you, then you can love everything else and everyone else around you. I love it. Boom, that's a jackpot right there. Suddenly, it says sudden wealth. When you realize that when self-care is the best care, all of a sudden your luck changed here. Number 11, that's when karma, your karma and your dharma began to unite. Boom. You might have had to give up some relationships. You might have had to give up some connections along the way, but it's worth it. You out on a limb now. You're out on a limb now. Party of one. That's what I'm hearing you. Party of one. Shama. Some of y'all had to do this all through isolation. Party of one. Boom. Whatever it takes, whatever has to end. There's a lot of endings happening here. There's a lot of completions and new beginnings taking place right now. Right now. Some of you are newly single. Oh, and some of you are relocating or have been relocated. You've been relocating, and also major change. Your life's purpose and destiny has called for this major change. So you sailing away. That's the drive. You driving away. You packing it up today so you can drive away tomorrow. Somebody's making plans, right? Because their heart is ready for love. Because the key is right there. You've given this key to a person that's been working. You've been working alongside or working with somebody to build this love. Even and you've been just simply waiting for some things to come to fruition, completion, and end. Boom. What is that? No more negativity, no more cloudy days, no more blockages, no more one-sided relationship, no more lack of investment. Even if there's financial matters here, that is clearing up. That is, the sun is going to shine again on financial matters. Yeah, the pathway is clearing up for a lot of people. There's light at the end of the tunnel, especially digging out of a financial or an emotional rut. Uh, Maybe for even for the last 1 to 2 years, somebody's been trying to like clear up some credit or clear up some debt. But there's great transformation on the way. Boom, and it's time for it. There's the clock. It's time for this. It's time. This is divine timing. This is God's hand upon the situation. This is God controlling the clock and spirit setting the tempo and the pace, which is moving. Oh, shad. See the spadama with the storks. It's moving. You're moving. You're sailing away. You're ready to produce. You're ready for abundance. You're ready to build elsewhere. You're ready to build saint elsewhere. You're ready to build. You could be a doctor. You could be a CNA. You could be an LPN. You could be an RN. You could be an MD. I said I'm hearing MDA as well now. Shamanda. What's that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You could work with special needs children. Mm-hmm. 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 You could help place people with disabilities or special needs. You're some sort of caregiver. Mm-hmm. You're some sort of caregiver. Mm-hmm. And that's why your life depended on you removing yourself. Look at the light went out. The candle went out. Your life depended on you ending something, right? Bringing something to an end because it had begun to affect your health, and it also had begun to affect your health care, the way you care for people. Yeah. So now you come into a place of peace. Yeah, you're sailing away, and you're going to look at that, and you're going to a place of peace. You are following your heart, and you are now uniting with what you actually love. Come on, swans. Come on, swans. Somebody has that tattoo. That's a tattoo. 2 swans in the shape of a heart. Mm-hmm. Yours is black, though. That's what I see. But I do see that heart as well, but it's red. And where it meets as a heart, there's a heart red. Ooh, look at the bottom of the deck. Oh, my gosh. See? Sail away. Out on a limb and straight home into your arms. This situation does involve marriage. But you know that, don't you? Union. All right. You guys, thank you so much. Ooh, we channeled all the messages out. There's a storm coming, but it's a good storm. Where's my storm card? There it is. There it is. There's a storm coming, but after this blows over, it's going to be nothing but smooth sailing. Nothing but smooth sailing tonight. Yeah, nothing but smooth sailing. Yep, it's definitely time. It's time for love in your life, and it's time for peace in your life, and it's time for growth, movement, prosperity. That's what it's time for in your life. That's what's headed your way. All because you decided to let the volcano erupt and go right through it. You decided to stand up to the fight. You decided to come out of hibernation and eat. Thank you guys for watching. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Till we meet again, guys. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.